Once upon a time, if a movie star decided to appear on a TV show, it was a sign their career was on the skids. But with prestige TV becoming ever more lucrative and respected over the last 20 years, it's now the biggest game in Hollywood, and even Oscar-winning industry veterans are turning their talents to the small screen. With more quality TV than ever being produced right now, the future is sure to see A-listers increasingly dabbling in the more expansive medium of long-form television. I'm Jess from Whatculture, and here are 10 movie stars who gave their best ever performance on TV. Number 10. Jim Carrey. Kidding. Though Jim Carrey's best known for his broad multiplex-filling studio comedy movies, he's also received plaudits for his more dramatic work, particularly his exceptional performances in the likes of The Truman Show, Man on the Moon, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and I Love You, Philip Morris. But Carrey's best performance is the one that far too many have slept on: his turn as troubled children's TV presenter Jeff Pickles in Showtime's dark dramedy series Kidding. It's a part which harnesses both the energetic pep of Carrey's comedy roles and the more considered melancholy of his dramatic parts. As both a Mr. Rogers-esque icon of family TV and a man crippled by grief following the death of his young son, Carrey is mesmerizing in a way like never before. Having been away from the mainstream stage for quite some time now, he is exceptional as a man trying to make sense of incredible tragedy in middle age. It's a role that absolutely came to Carrey at a perfect time in his life and career. Sadly, Kidding was cancelled following the airing of its second season last year, but it nevertheless gave Carrey his richest character to date. Number 9. Claire Danes. Homeland. Claire Danes is a remarkable actress with an enviable filmography to her name, surely best known for her big screen work in Little Women, Romeo plus Juliet, The Hours, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, Shop Girl, and Stardust, to name just a few. Despite her decorated movie career, Danes' best work to date also happens to be her true signature role as bipolar CIA agent Claire Matheson on the hit spy series Homeland. Homeland gave Danes a role like audiences had never seen in her before. Obsessive, volatile, dangerous, damaged, and yet still strangely appealing. Even during the show's lowest critical moments, Danes received consistent acclaim for her remarkably well-calibrated performance, resulting in 2 Best Actress Emmy wins. The majority of Danes' big screen roles have seen her play composed, dignified characters, so the highly erratic Carrey was totally against typecasting, and yet Danes nailed it. The humanity dripping from every pore of her performance served as a fitting counterbalance to Homeland's increasingly outlandish storytelling. Having the incredible likes of Damian Lewis and Mandy Patinkin to work opposite sure didn't hurt either. Number 8. Matthew McConaughey. True Detective. Matthew McConaughey's career underwent a much-needed reconnaissance between 2011 and 2014, culminating in a 2014 Best Oscar win for his superb performance in Dallas Buyers Club. But the very same year, mere weeks before he scooped the Oscar, McConaughey outdid his most awarded performance with what remains his career best work to this very day. In early 2014, McConaughey appeared in the first season of HBO's outstanding crime series True Detective, playing brilliant yet tortured detective Rust Cole to absolute perfection. With an epic canvas spanning almost 2 decades, the part gave McConaughey a ripe opportunity to play 2 sides of the same coin: a cynical, thoughtful cop who years later is a smoked-out shell of his former self. It's transformative work for an actor who only years earlier was best known for starring in a glut of commercially successful yet critically maligned rom-coms. McConaughey clearly relished sinking his teeth into the part and hanging on every eloquent syllable of Nick Pizzolatto's gorgeous dialogue. Though the part didn't ultimately net McConaughey much in the way of major awards, there's a haunting quality to the performance that ensures it'll stick around longer than even the role that won him an Oscar. Number 7. Ewan McGregor. Fargo. Ewan McGregor's acting plaudits speak for themselves. Trainspotting, Moulin Rouge, Big Fish, Beginners, The Ghost Rider. Let's face it, he was the best part of the Star Wars prequels. Though a splashy Oscar-winning role has eluded the actor to date, he confirmed the full range of his talents when he appeared in the 3rd season of FX's Fargo, playing twin brothers Emmett and Ray Stussy, for which he won a Golden Globe for Best Actor. This role stretched McGregor like he's never been stretched before, requiring him to create 2 distinct characters, one a dapper parking lot magnate, the other a washed-up balding parole officer, while also maintaining a Minnesotan accent throughout. It's a radical transformation for the actor and an impressive feat of chameleonism, to be so visible as an A-lister and yet play 2 people who genuinely do seem like 2 human beings rather than the mere product of tricksy doubling. McGregor may well get his Oscar moment in the future, but this dual performance is going to be incredibly tough to top. Number 6. Nicole Kidman. Big Little Lies. Nicole Kidman has a bevy of acclaimed and award-winning roles to her name, from the Oscar-winning success of The Hours to Eyes Wide Shut, Moulin Rouge, Birth, Rabbit Hole, Stoker, The Paperboy, Lion, and many more. But Kidman inexplicably outdid herself on HBO's superb drama series Big Little Lies, taking a rare TV gig which gave her the richest and most devastatingly grounded character of her entire career. Kidman plays Celeste Wright, the immaculate, seemingly happy housewife who's actually trapped in an abusive marriage with her husband Perry. While even the best actors can struggle to throw themselves entirely into a part, there's not a sliver of vanity or conceit to Kidman's performance. It is unvarnished, raw, painful, and completely authentic. Kidman won both a Golden Globe and an Emmy for her performance in the show's first season, and while season 2 didn't quite reach the same heights, it was still an exemplary showcase of her never better acting chops. Number 5. Steve Buscemi, Boardwalk Empire. Over the last 30 years, Steve Buscemi has carved out a fine niche for himself as a memorable supporting player in countless beloved movies. Reservoir Dogs, Fargo, Desperado, Con Air, The Big Lebowski, Armageddon, and Ghost World, and after an acclaimed TV run on The Sopranos, took the leading role of his career in Boardwalk Empire. The Martin Scorsese-created period crime drama series cast Buscemi as protagonist Nucky Thompson, a corrupt politico with intimate ties to the mob, a part for which Buscemi won a Golden Globe as well as numerous SAG awards, and was also nominated for 2 Emmys. Buscemi might not be the first actor you'd think of in a part like this, but this is something Buscemi and Scorsese both seemed acutely aware of, leaning into his understated qualities as an actor, and in turn fashioning one of the more unconventional protagonists of any prestige crime series. Tony Soprano or Walter White, Nucky is not, yet Buscemi nevertheless imbues him with underlying intensity that's unsettling and authoritative all by itself. In a series filled with fantastic actors, Buscemi is the anchor keeping everyone on an even keel. Number 4. Katherine OHara, Schitt's Creek. Katherine OHara is destined to forever be best remembered as Kevin McAllister's mother in the first 2 Home Alone movies, but she's a hugely celebrated actress with a heap of acclaimed roles to her name across both film and TV. From Beetlejuice to Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, and For Your Consideration, OHara has brought her A game to everything she's ever appeared in, but finally found her career-defining performance on the recently concluded Schitt's Creek. As washed-up, self-important actress Moira Rose, OHara's performance is an undeniable, if hilarious, caricature, albeit one embedded with just enough residual humanity to make Moira recognizable. Look past the silly accent and ridiculous wigs, and Moira is actually a person who grows across the show's 6 seasons. And while comedy performances generally don't get enough credit for how difficult they are to pull off, OHara is so damn good here, she makes it look effortless. For her work on the show's final season, OHara won Best Actress awards at both the Emmys and the Golden Globes. Number 3. Hugh Grant, A Very English Scandal. Hugh Grant has spent so much of his career playing dapper, charming English gents that it's easy to forget he's actually an extremely talented actor, and with the right script, far more versatile than he ever gets credit for. Recent years have seen the actor branch out from his bread-and-butter rom-com work to take against-type roles in the likes of Cloud Atlas, Paddington 2, and The Gentleman. But he entered a new echelon altogether with his stunning work in the BBC miniseries A Very English Scandal. As disgraced MP Jeremy Thorpe, who was put on trial for allegedly plotting to murder his boyfriend, Grant is a force of nature, taking the sly charms which endeared him to millions throughout the 1990s and quite ingeniously inverting it. Opposite a near equally superb Ben Whishaw, this feels like the part Grant has been working towards his entire career. One senses Grant is having a blast, and for his efforts he received Emmy, Golden Globe, BAFTA, and SAG Award nominations. Number 2. Kate Winslet, Mare of Easttown. Kate Winslet is undeniably one of the most talented actresses of her generation, touting an Oscar win from an impressive 7 nominations, as well as an Emmy, 3 BAFTAs, and 4 Golden Globes. Where to even begin here? Heavenly Creatures, Sense and Sensibility, Titanic, Quills, Iris, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Finding Neverland, Little Children, The Reader, Revolutionary Road, Carnage, Contagion, Labor Day, Steve Jobs, and Ammonite. Phew! But Winslet incredibly delivered the definitive towering performance of her career when she starred in HBO's stunning crime drama series Mare of Easttown. As worn-out, no-nonsense detective Mare Sheehan, Winslet is a far cry from the glamorous English Rose she's played so many times. dressed down in functional attire and sporting a tricky Delco accent. This is a textbook example of a highly visible actor completely disappearing into the part. As a determined obsessive cop investigating a local murder, and also a woman who is herself frayed at the seams, Winslet brings dimension and shade to a difficult part, and in turn gives audiences a 7-hour acting masterclass quite unlike anything she's ever done. Expect Winslet to receive an avalanche of awards for the performance over the next year. Number 1. Clive Owen, The Nick. Though Clive Owen's Hollywood career is fairly low-key these days, he nevertheless has a number of killer roles to his name. Croupier, Closer, Sin City, Inside Man, Children of Men, The Boys Are Back, and Shadow Dancer. But Owen's best performance to date remains hugely underappreciated by audiences at large. His stunning turn as cocaine-addicted chief surgeon, Dr. John Thackeray, in Steven Soderbergh's superb drama series, The Nick. It is a brilliantly multifaceted, vanity-free performance from Owen, delivering the sort of top-level work which, in a just world, would have netted him all the awards. Sadly though, despite rave reviews, The Nick largely didn't rustle up much awards momentum during its original 2-season run. If you're at all a fan of Owen's, this is a must-see. The suaveness of his marquee movie roles is stripped away for an ugly, warts-and-all character, whose genius and self-destructive tendencies are palpable in equal measure.